Next caller is John Pallister from Lennox in Cheshire. Hello, John.
Gary, hello, Gary. I just wanted to make a point about parking restrictions.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, well, where I live, right, they brought in these new parking restrictions on the high street that are absolutely killing off local business. I mean, it's bad enough you get these big supermarkets out of town everyone's banging on about, but now you can't park anywhere. You can't park on the high street. The restrictions, they're confusing, they're badly signposted. I mean, it's absolute madness.
Yeah.
In the past, you had your single yellow line or whatnot, the local Bobby, you just have to say to him, I'm just popping to the post office or whatever for 5 minutes, would that be all right?
yeah,
Bob's
yeah.
your uncle.
Yeah.
But not now. Now you've got these parking wardens. Well, they're so inflexible, aren't they?
Yeah.
And when I go around to visit a neighbour, before you could park on his road quite happily. But now it's zone this, that, and the other, and I can't keep up. Is it A, B? Is it disabled? Is it commercial use? And these parking wardens, I mean, they're so inflexible.
Yeah, I know. Parking's one of those things that people do get quite upset about. Okay, our next caller is Stuart Hill from Gloucester. What's your point, Stuart?
Well, my point is this. It's ironic, isn't it, that the once proud African man, standing on one leg, looking out across the Kalahari Desert, master of all his surveys, is now exacting a terrible revenge after centuries of oppression, removed from his homeland and subjugated, is now bringing the white man to his knees by issuing parking tickets willy-nilly. And I feel, excuse me, that it actually demeans both the African man and the European man, that we are now waging a war over with parking tickets, pieces of paper and bureaucracy over the silly notion of you can't park your car there, or you can park your car, for example, there.
Right, it certainly is ironic. It's a good point, or is that racist?
YouTube channel's not any good, but he's a nice guy. I'm sorry, Mr. Bolton.
I'm sorry about that.
Got Becky Simmons on the phone now from Sydenham. Hello, Becky.
Hello, Gary.
Hi, what do you want to talk about down the line?
I've been listening to the Canadian lady who's been saying that, we should eat all the organic food, go to farmers markets.
Yeah, that's right. Farmers markets.
Well, I can't afford to do it. How can I afford to buy organic food, go to farmers markets?
No.
I give my kids what is in the house.
How many children have you got?
5.
5. And
So that's a lot of mouths to feed.
And also it's quite difficult to get children to eat anything that's too healthy.
Well, exactly.
They like their nuggets.
I've tried once, saying have a low-fat crisp, but they just will not take.
No.
They do not take.
What about buying like a single big roast chicken, for example, organic on a Sunday, make it worse?
No, there's nuggets.
Waste
there's
work
nuggets.
a week.
Why did God invent nuggets?
Well, God didn't invent nuggets, did he?
Well, somebody very clever did.
No, you got a very good point there. Listen, that's a great call. Thanks very much for calling in. Next caller is Kenny Hogger from Walnut Street.
Hello.
Hello, Kenny.
Alright.
What can I do for you? What's your point?
I was reading up about the thing.
The thing, yeah? What thing?
Like, the blokes was reading about, what was he saying?
Which one?
All of them.
Well,
no, like, like, I can't remember what he said now.
obesity? Was it about that?
Yeah.
Right, well, so, yeah.
What is it?
Well, it's overweight people. Are you obese?
Nah, mate.
Do you know anyone who's obese?
Oh, yeah, bundles.
Right, so have you got something to say about it?
Sort of thing. He said, innit, if you want to eat that much food, eat it, but don't complain if you can't get out the door.
But it's an illness, isn't it?
Is it?
They can't help it, can they?
Nah, of course they can help it, to put knife and fork down.
It's not just about eating food, it's about metabolism, isn't it?
About what?
Metabolism.
What's that?
Some people can eat, like, hardly anything, but they still put on loads and loads of weight.
What, ants?
No, not ants, human.
They don't get fat, do they? They carry things on their heads. I see a programme on Discovery, right? An ant can carry the equivalent of, like, you carrying a whole, like, Tesco's on top of your head every day, 9 hours a day. And they'll work for the Queen. I do that and all. Call her the Queen, she ain't, sometimes.
Thanks very much for your call.
Cheers.
Cheers, Kenny. Okay, I've got another caller in. It's Adam Frankel from Basingstoke. Hello, Adam.
Oh, hello. Just a quick point I wanted to make.
Yeah.
It's been annoying me. I read that in Tesco's now, the petrol they sell, it's made up 5% of this new bioethanol stuff.
Right.
I mean, what's that all about? Oh, I can't work perfectly well with the petrol they were selling before. They keep mucking about with stuff and changing things. I mean, it gets on my nerves, it really does.
Well, thanks very much for your call.
Thanks.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye. Next caller is Sue Reynolds, and you're from Hornchurch. Hello, Sue.
Yes, hi. Hi,
Hello.
Gary.
What can I do for you?
Well, I sympathise with the larger man who called in.
Yes.
Because I am actually pregnant. The thing is, he's moaning on about being large, but, try being pregnant.
I love pregnant women. Do you know what I mean? That such a healthy glow and that womanly figure. You're ripe. Yeah. You're about to do what nature intended.
Yeah.
Fecund.
You what?
Beautiful.
Yeah, this is what you read in all the books and magazines, but I'm bored of it. I can't drink, I can't smoke. Everybody thinks I'm fat.
Yeah, I know, but
it's just boring. It's so boring, Gary.
You're carrying a lovely little child inside your stomach.
I know, but no fags.
And you're going to give birth to this beautiful little baby, and it's going to come out, and it's going to...
no fags for 9 months. I've had a couple, but my doctor said I shouldn't have even had that, but a couple won't hurt, will they?
Well, maybe it won't. I don't think you should really smoke with babies. I know that they can come out stunted and things.
And Guinness, I suppose you can have half a Guinness. But...
I think you should just enjoy this time where you're doing what we're all here on this planet to breed. Men and women, that's our job.
It's easy for you to say. You don't have to go through it. I'm sick of this from men. Always, you'll enjoy it, you'll love it.
Yeah, but listen,
I hate it.
But apparently...
I'm adopting next time. I hate it.
Okay, thanks very much for your call. Take care. Thank you very much, Sue. That was Sue Reynolds, who's pregnant. Isn't that lovely? Pregnant women are like great big, lovely chocolates. Next call is Kenneth Pardue from Reading.
Hello there.
Hello,
yes.
Kenneth. Yes?
Well, actually, I suppose I really just say that I agree entirely with the previous two callers.
Okay. Anything else you want to add to that?
Well, I was going to say a lot of stuff, but they've pretty well covered it.
But they both said different things.
Well, I can always see both sides of an argument.
Okay, well, thanks very much for your call.
That's okay.
Yes. Hello?
Hello, Gary. Yeah, can I just say it's great to have a show like this on the radio.
Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I was calling in about the fellow you had on earlier.
Yes, which one?
Talking about obesity.
Of course, yeah, Gary Downs.
That, it's very often you'll find that obesity, it's not to do with eating, it's a chemical thing, it's there seems to be no rhyme or reason to it. It's like my wife and I, we're average size.
Okay.
But our son, he to put it, he's overweight.
Is he? How much overweight?
I wouldn't say he's necessarily obese. I don't know how you qualify, but he's definitely over. He's olden days we would have just said he's fat,
Yeah.
But there seems to be no reason for it. I mean, he eats exactly the same amount as we do.
But he eats the same as you do?
Yeah, exactly the same. So I see, it's not to do with what you eat.
And what, the same, so you...
Yeah, if we go to an Indian restaurant, he'll have the same portions as us. And when we eat at home, we always make sure that, he's not eating more than us.
How old is he?
He's 6.
Well, there you go.
What?
You can't really give a 6-year-old child a man-sized portion of Indian food.
Can you not?
Not if they're 6.
Oh. Lucky I called in.
It is lucky you called in.
Yeah. I'm going to go and tell him now.
Don't wake him up.
No, he's not in bed. He goes to bed the same time as us. I better stop him. He's just about to tuck into a bloody grape pie.
There's some cars. There is a silly car. There's a not so silly car. There's another car. There are some people. And there are some more cars over there. Hope you enjoyed that. Tune in again next week. Bye.